Welcome. I published when my last podcast, I introduced you to my cousin. So now he wants to tell his story, or I'm not forcing him, but I would like him to tell his story. It's a unique story, but it's a story nonetheless. Yes, a lot of us foreigners been through it and yada yada yada, and everybody know my story. So let's jump into it. Yeah, it's all about Poland now. One second. Technical difficulties. Aha. Now it's done. So, my friend, you all right?
Yep, I'm doing all right.
You look nervous.
I look nervous?
Yeah, you sound nervous.
Don't make stuff up. I'm doing
But
all right.
Oh, that sounds cute. But you are Jamaican and you're living in Poland, yeah?
Yep.
How on God's green earth did you end up in Poland? Please tell my listeners.
Well, it's quite simple. I went there because I'm with my fiance there.
No, sir. You can never meet your fiance in Poland.
Because I'm with my fiance there. That's what I said.
Oh, where did you meet that Polish woman?
We actually met in New York.
So you met a Polish woman. You went to America. America has 400 million residents, yeah?
Yeah.
Give or take. So maybe half female. And you somehow you meet a Polish woman in America, yes?
Yes.
You fell in love. With whatever. Maybe you fell in love with the mind, the body, the coochie, whatever. But you fall in love and you followed her back to Poland, yes?
Yeah.
How long after you met did you decide to go to Poland with her?
2 years.
2 years. So you're in a 2 years relationship in America, yeah?
Yeah.
What happened? Why did you go back with her? Why not stay in America and work? And because both of you were at the time in a foreign country, in America. She being Polish in America, you being Jamaican in America, yes?
Yeah.
So why did you go back to Poland and not stay and work in America? The attention.
We decided it might be a better idea for both of us. It might work better for both of us to try and live in Poland.
Was there a work already prepared for you there, or?
No, there was no work prepared for us there, but I knew I could find a job because I'm not as dumb as I think I am. But anyway, that was just an idea that we had that it could work being in Poland.
And it didn't work. It didn't work. At the end, it didn't work.
I mean, I wouldn't say it didn't work because I'm still there. I'm still living there, and
Are you with her? Are you with her?
Well, at the moment, we're not together.
So it didn't work.
I mean, the relationship didn't work, but life itself, it's still going.
No, because you're not dead, so life is
exactly.
It's there.
So I'm not gonna say everything went to hell. No, one thing didn't work out, but everything else is okay.
Did you do your research about Poland before you went?
Yeah, of course I did. So I had an idea of what to expect.
I guess my question is, Poland is not the wealthiest country in Europe. It's not in the top 20 when it comes to wealth. It's if anything, it's in the top 5 poorest country.
Well, no, it's not in poorest. It's not the poorest.
I didn't say in the top 5.
Top 5. It's not in top 5.
Yeah.
No.
So it's in the middle of poverty.
That's
in the poverty chain.
It's not in the middle of poverty. It's not a impoverished country. Actually, it's actually known as the breadbasket of Europe because they produce a lot of raw materials there, like agriculture. They have a lot. They produce a lot. Apples. Most of the apples produced in Europe comes from Poland. They have a very strong agriculture economy.
How many zloty And zloty for you is the dollar in Poland, yeah?
Zloty. There's 5 zloty to €1, so it's not too bad at the moment. I think it's just under €5, so it's like maybe 450 or 490. I'm not sure exactly of the current rate, but it's around 5, give or take the season of the year.
There's a saying in the Caribbean. Well, I didn't term the saying, but Haiti, we call Poland the Haiti of the Caribbean. And Haiti is the bottom of the bottom of the bottom.
Well, that's
in the Caribbean.
I wouldn't make that a comparison. Poland is not at the bottom of the bottom.
No, I'm not saying it.
No. Well,
Europeans say it.
I mean, Europe, they can say whatever.
Mm.
I understand why they would say that, because there's a lot of Polish residents living here, Polish citizens, I should say, living in the Netherlands and Germany, and I think that's mainly because of the exchange rate, because the euro is stronger than the zloty. When they work here, it goes a long way there, but the standard of living there is not bad. What you earn, you can actually use it to survive and actually save. Because to rent a house, to rent an apartment is not as expensive as it is in Europe. To buy food is not as expensive. To buy a house, that's a different story. Mm-hmm. So for a regular working person, that probably is close to impossible, because the prices are very high. But to rent, to eat, it's not as bad as other countries. So you make enough to survive, you make enough to live. Mm-hmm. To get to a certain level of financial freedom, you'll need to be higher in the hierarchy. That is, you need to be earning a lot more. But for example, if you come here and you do a lot of physical labor, right? The money you make in euro, you'll probably be making as someone working in the office. You know, maybe entry to mid-level management.
Oh, so to break it down, if you leave Poland and come here and working in a warehouse with bare minimum job, your salary will be equal to a doctor in Poland.
I wouldn't say a doctor. I would say more like, let's say,
I would say a doctor.
A supervisor,
I research.
A team leader, about that, because they earn up to around 6,000. I mean, net, mm-hmm. And you can basically earn that doing, physical labor here.
Yeah, you start at the bottom here, and you get €1,000 per month. How much is €1,000 in?
Okay, so that's about 5,000 zloty, and that's
a doctor getting over there.
The doctor makes a lot more, man.
I don't believe you, but it is what it is. So I like you're defending Poland, yes?
Yeah, because I know they get a bad rep for, people say Poles are like thieves, and
some of them are.
I mean, thieves are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Thieves are everywhere. I wouldn't just say only Poles are thieves. No. And
actually, yeah, they like the alcohol.
Yes, I know they drink, but like the friends I've been around in Poland are, they drink, but they can handle their drink. They drink more than I do, and they can tolerate more than I can.
Yeah, because they're used to it.
Exactly.
I'm being objective. I'm just putting out there what is already out there.
I mean, I understand. Like, they compare themselves to other countries that drink a lot, Ukraine, Russia, and I guess maybe it's a Slavic thing. Mm. They can handle their drink. And as I said, I don't want to make it sound like this about it. Like, I go to the gym a lot, and recently I don't have a locker for my little cabinet there, and I go there and I have everything, and I put it there. I leave it open. No one touches it. So I wouldn't say they're thieves and Poles are inherently thieves. No, because I can leave my stuff.
What is being said here is that they are thieves and drunkards. I cannot relate to that. I know they are hardworking. That's my thing with the guys. Yeah. Polish guys here work like slaves. I understand.
Yeah.
It's not normal. They put up a roof in one day.
You see, and that's also a thought that I share, because they're pretty hardworking, and it reflects, because I think it reflects in what happened to the economy in the 2008 financial crisis. They didn't really feel it.
Because they just got out and work.
Yeah,
That's what's said about the men. What do you hear is being said about the woman? That they are hookers and whores, yes?
oh no.
Welcome to Holland, my friend. That's what they say about Holland.
No.
That's what the Dutch say about them.
Oh,
And I keep it real.
I don't know. I would immediately reject that. My fiance, even though we're still not together, she's still the most loyal person I've ever met.
They're talking about an individual. I'm talking about the country as a whole.
Well, I see that's the thing, and I don't like when people do that. They use a few persons to generalize an entire population. For me, that's wrong. You know, if you haven't had enough experience with a certain group of people, you cannot use. It's wrong. It's inherently wrong to use one person to generalize the rest. So, being there, living there, being around them, I find them to be very family-oriented and very respectful of themselves. So I don't see them. I don't know why people do that. They're not whores, and you know, I mean, of course, there are women here. There are women there that they don't mind having sex with multiple guys. That's everywhere. As they should, or as they should not. You know, they are there, but they're not a majority. They're not a majority.
I keep sticking up for Poland. It's okay. Go ahead.
No, because the culture is still relatively, in my mind, old school. Especially given the generation before mine, they expect their sons and daughters to, at a certain age, get married, settle down, and have kids. It's still like an expectation from the old generation, and to some extent, it's happening. Yes, I can see, given the generation coming after me, that might change a little bit because the traditional, you know, going to church on a Sunday, you know, it's slowly deteriorating because people want to explore other lifestyles. But for now, at this moment in time, they're still relatively traditional in their lifestyle.
Did you get engaged in America or in Poland?
In Poland.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean,
it's good. We talk about the man, we talk about the woman. Now let's talk about racism. Because I am 6 feet, I am 189, sometimes 190, I don't know what fluctuate. How tall I am, and you are taller than I am, yes?
Yeah.
You're more structured than I am. It's not normal. How do white people look at you in Poland? How do the Polish people look at you? Because you can, for me, it's easy. I see it quickly.
I mean, whenever I go out, and honestly, I always get the reminder that I'm not Polish, that I am an outsider. You know, it's something I feel like I'm not comfortable with it, and I mean, I don't like to feel like I'm an outsider, even though, you know, I wasn't born there, but still, I don't think it's something you have to let a guy feel that, okay, you're not one of us, so, you know, just keep that in mind. You know, especially when, given the fact that I'm not there trying to do anything malicious or be, you know, deceitful to anybody. I'm just trying to live, you know, to be honest, do right by myself, do right by others around me. And I feel like it's just part of, you know, what they're very patriotic, I guess, since, you know, they try their best, you know, because in my mind, they're very close to their, you know, to each other. But
family oriented.
Family oriented, exactly.
Please, go ahead. And
then when an outsider comes in now, it's like, okay, there's a feeling of, you know, it's a bit cold. But once you break the ice, you know, they'll warm up to you. In my first couple of years there, I did get the dirty stares. I did get the, you know, you should go back to Africa, which I find funny because I'm an African, you know, never been to Africa myself. And, you know, they have their own term that's, well, derogatory term for Black people, you know.
So they call it niggas.
It's not nigga. Some people will say it, but I think that the term there is, they call it mujin, or Charnushka. And
Charnushka, what the fuck is Charnushka?
I just a nigger in their language.
Oh,
I think I think I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure Mushin is one. I think I've gotten the other one a couple times, but not too often. And maybe
they're calling you that you're walking on the street, and they call it after you.
Yeah. They yell at taunt and whatnot. But I mean, to be honest,
female or male?
Actually, surprisingly, this has been only females.
Only females, correct?
Yeah,
racist.
I got it from them a lot. The guys, not so. I mean, like I'm a big guy. Yeah. I am intimidated in my own right. So I mean, if
not to me, but to them, don't get it twisted.
I'll knock your ass down any day. Anyway.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So being that, that's the case, and I think for it's a standard. Women they can be nasty, but being a man and being a good man at that, you're not gonna fight a woman for her nasty language. A guy on the other hand, depending on how you feel, and maybe most guys will just ignore them like, yeah, he's just an idiot.
Okay. But let's get to the meat of the matter. Did you think your relationship ended because the family was like, yo, get this fucking nigga out of here?
Well, actually, I'm not gonna go into that here. Your audience don't need to know.
Oh, you don't want. No, it has to remain private.
Yeah,
you're just a good guy, yes? Yeah. Me, I shit on everybody.
I mean, because for some reason, I try to understand where the other person coming from. I'm a stranger in a foreign land, and I'm not gonna go there and act like they should accommodate my way of thinking and my logic towards my perspective. They have their own tradition, they have their own expectation, and they have their own requirements. Mm-hmm. If I don't fit it, fine.
And that's the thing. That's the difference between you and I. I went through the same similar. It's like also I went through it step by step. But the thing with me, the difference comes in where I am not trying to fit there. I'm not trying to get their approval. I'm not fucking the father. I'm not fucking the mother. I'm not fucking the sister. I'm not fucking the brother. I'm fucking you. Mm-hmm. We have a relationship. Fuck all of them. Even your fucking son, I don't care about him. I don't care about his or her opinion. Yes, I don't care about none of them.
Exactly. I mean,
and if it hurt you so much, because they're talking shit behind my back, and you come and if we ever have an argument and you take their side, then that's it. I stop immediately.
And you're right. Like
I am.
We have a relationship. I don't have a relationship with you and your family.
Exactly.
With you, and to some extent, it would be nice if the family could realize that, what, I raised her, mm-hmm. and I know I raised her right.
Mm-hmm. She's now a woman.
Yeah, and she's a woman. And she can make her own decision, and being that I raised her right, she probably knows what she sees in this guy. Mm-hmm. She probably knows that this guy is good for her. Mm-hmm. I raised her enough. I raised her good enough. Mm-hmm. She can make good decision. So if I see something that's out of the ordinary, maybe I should, maybe inquire, like, what is this? But do not see it and then toss it up like, no, this is wrong. Mm-hmm. Find out, if you don't understand it, find out what it is. Instead of like just completely rejecting it. And that's something I'll recommend to every family, because I understand. You see somebody that you're not used to, that's outside
doesn't fit the stereotype.
Exactly, that doesn't fit the knight in shining armor you had in your mind. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't mean that he's not a knight in shining armor. Mm-hmm. He's just not the one you envision. Mm-hmm. And if you take the time to get to find out what's going on, what it looks like, you might realize, he's actually.
That's the thing. You give them the time. I don't give them no time.
But that's the
you
thing.
Don't like me, I don't like you. Straight up like that. I need nothing from you, and you can survive. You live over there. I live over here. We don't have to communicate.
Well, I mean, that's like setting up, a wall between, between you and everybody else. And,
Yeah, and nothing is wrong with that.
no, I don't believe in that. I believe if human beings, we were created as social creatures. We need connections between everybody.
No.
Yes, we do.
Bullshit.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Every human beings, we need connection. If you don't have connection, you will find yourself in psychological problems.
I have psychological problem, and it's called the ballasting. That's called fucking tax. But on a serious note, if I am with you, I don't have to please your father or your mother. I don't have to please them.
You should
You are
not.
of age.
You shouldn't have to please them.
I see your father, I say, yo, you're good. You good, mommy, everything good, yeah, and I laugh and I go. I'm not here to please them. I'm here to please you, the woman who I love. And as me coming into this society here, I live like that. After, yeah, I've been through what I've been through. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I just put this wall right here. I've been through relationship here where I don't meet the mother and father. Every time I get the invitation, you know what? Yeah, you go. I don't have to go nowhere. You understand? Is that wrong? Sometimes it's wrong, yes? I agree. Sometimes I have to be more friendly and open, but
exactly, you have to be social. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you need that connection.
But we live by experience, yes?
And that's another problem.
Fuck up.
That's another problem I have with humans. As I said earlier, you cannot take the experience from one person and apply it to another, because it's unfair to the person. I personally live by the philosophy that whenever I have a relationship with someone and it turns sour, the next one after that, I will try to forget what happens with the previous relationship and give this person a fair chance.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That's how it should be, but that's not how it is. Relationship, no, even person who I'm talking to right now, they judge me by the past relationship.
And I've been judged that way also, and I understand it, but still, I have a philosophy. It's a goal I want to achieve, right? And that's it. To not judge that person from my past relationship, and hopefully I can speak with her and be like, you know what, some of your behavior patterns matches people who did this in my previous relationship, right?
No, but you're still doing it.
But no, that's the thing. I can say that to her, like, I see it, but I'm not gonna judge her. I'm gonna give you the.
All right, in closing, you think you will get back to your ex?
No. The issue that we have is fundamental to our way of life.
All right,
so we can be friends.
Can be friends.
We can, and we are friends.
And you hook up sometimes, as I should. But
who said I hook up sometimes? That I should?
Not as I should, but
oh, you would like that I hook up?
I don't care. But your fiance, when I grab her. Why is this thing shaking? You're planning to leave Poland and come here? Have you decided? Folks, that is the light blinking.
No, I've not decided on that, and we'll have to see how it works out.
You would.
If I can
Polish people leaving Poland coming here, and you over there fucking around. Like, share, and subscribe. I hope you enjoy the conversation. Look out for part 2. Yes? Let me try to get this good. The floodlight blinking.